If I find out something that, ooh, girl, we can make some money, we can do this, we can do that.
I always felt excluded. I was the lowest one in the company.
If you want to keep moving up, you can't be around her.
Never.
They kind of got knocked off their high horse, if you will.
And look inside of you, who can you become?
Ooh.
I don't have to blow your candle out for mine to shine.
Come on,
We're
come
all
on.
created to shine.
Yeah. So, as we've been talking, one thing I want to acknowledge is when it comes to Lisa, one of the things where I had some limitations, if I find out something that, ooh, girl, we can make some money, we can do this, we can do that, then I can become kind of closed off where only maybe 3 or 4 people can get that information. The others, they gonna have to figure it out. But she wants to open it up to everyone. And so I had to adjust and try to expand and understand that concept. So where did that come from within you?
Where I wanted everybody to,
Where you wanted because you would let the whole world know.
That's because, again, I was at one point, always felt excluded and not welcome into certain things. So it wasn't until I met you that she's in the positions, she was considered the top people in the company.
That hierarchy.
I was the lowest one in the company. So, and we were good best friends.
Yeah.
And so she would try to bring me along with all these people and stuff like that. They would go on outings and stuff. She'd be like, come on, girl, come on. I was like, I felt so out of place. I'm like, now, these big wigs or whatever, and hear me, whatever, and they looking at me like, girl, what you doing here?
Because she belonged.
No,
she belonged.
They thinking like, you don't belong here.
But I knew she belonged.
And they looking like that, and she just, come on.
I did.
I'm like, oh God, I felt so out of place. I was like, oh my God, why am I here? But she would always like,
come on, that's right.
Yes. And even one of the ladies told, I think one of the big wigs was
she asked me the question, why, if you want to keep moving up like you are, you probably gonna have to, you can't be around her.
Sever that relationship.
She don't need to be with you. And I was like, excuse me? And what's interesting about that is, if anything, for someone to be that bold to tell me something about how I'm supposed to move, then I'm gonna watch you, not her. I'm gonna watch her that gave me that, made that statement,
Yeah, because again, in the business world and everything like that, you up here, you don't float with the people down here now. You don't, those are two, you whatever, which I get it because shoot, girl, I felt like, I used to feel so, I was like, I just felt like, and then they wouldn't listen. When you say something, that wasn't even important. I'd be like, did y'all hear me? Like,
But one thing I can say, I'm pretty sensitive to, I knew Lisa, like I always told you guys in some of the other videos that we had, I always knew she had something to bring. And I always watch people who would say the opposite, and I know hierarchy can really get you caught up. And see, and I've already had dealt with that because, I'm a nutritionist. That's what I went to school for. And I had a white jacket, like the doctors. Do you hear that white jacket? And I probably was about in my late 20s when I had that jacket with my name, nutritionist, and it made me kind of, rise up. It made it tight. And I'm glad that I learned that lesson early, that doesn't mean too much, because that jacket made me feel like I had some power, and people would respect it when they saw me in that jacket. And through time, I was like, man, don't get caught up, y'all. Don't get caught up into no jacket. This is a person, and all of us have something to give. All of us.
Yeah.
And so, so I'm so glad that you, even though you made have felt out of place.
I'm glad you became who you are.
Yeah.
Because I am who I am because of you.
And I am because you became who you're supposed to be.
And we evolved together, and it was really a great experience, looking from where we were to where we've come and how we've matured and evolved.
Yes.
see the world differently now.
That's
you
true.
Know what I'm saying? So,
That's
and
true.
a lot of the people that was looking down on you, they.
And what's funny about that is a lot of them they came into quite a few troubles that they kind of got knocked off their high horse, if you will. And so for me, I've taken on the kind of the thought of the higher you go, the humbler you should become. And there's so many people in business, or they're like, girl, whatever. We don't embrace that concept. But for me, and with my faith and my belief, I know the higher you go, the humbler you should become, and it's very attractive. And then you'll bring others along, and let them know, honey, there's room. There's room at the table for all of us.
Yeah. And it's funny how, when you feel less than, for those of you who've ever felt that way, that you feel less than, that you don't, inside you have something to offer, something to give.
Absolutely.
But other people can't see it because they're so, chasing after this,
imaginary dream.
This position or whatever, so they're gonna look down on you.
Yeah.
Because I think I was in customer service at the time. They like,
and I was in management, but again, I don't think any of us should dare to look at any other human and consider them less than. There's no one that's less than. And I'm so grateful that actually that comes innately.
Do not let people think you do not belong. Because I promise you, once you sit at these tables, at these fancy places, with folks with fancy titles, and they got a big bank account, and you talk to them, and you go, oh,
yeah,
they ain't all that.
yeah,
This idea that somehow they are so special, they're so smart, they're so sophisticated, not really. They've been exposed. They've been given the confidence of feeling like they belong. But if you sit down and talk to them, turns out,
It's funny because even when I would be around y'all be talking these words, I'm like, what that word mean? Girl, I would go home and try to figure it out.
Yeah.
I kept my mouth shut because I said, I can't,
But-
my vocabulary wasn't up there with them. So I was like, I just be quiet, like.
and when she get to smiling, the deeper she smiles, that's when you know. But in time, because I was able to share with her about my mother being an educator, teaching me, pulling that board out, which I hated back in the day. I was able, girl, come on, we're gonna pull that dictionary out. And now she be, I'm like, what? How you pronounce that? So, but again, it goes to, we sharpen one another.
Exactly. And with that being said, that's one of the messages we want to bring across today.
Yeah.
Is, I don't have to blow your candle out for mine to shine.
Come
bright.
on,
We're
come
all
on.
created to shine.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
we may be at different stages, at different levels. I don't know what stage you're at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you may feel the same way, but we want to encourage you to keep building yourself up, keep evolving,
Always.
and those little things that people say about you or another woman, you just become different.
That's right.
You become better. You become that person that, hey, I'm not gonna embrace that philosophy.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be more on the side of building someone up instead of tearing them down, or looking at seeing the best in them instead of seeing the worst. Thinking you better than somebody and whatever. Because you never know. Like the Bible said, don't despise small beginnings, because the beginnings will always seem small. That's one of my favorite scriptures. So because you never know the potential of somebody that you put your mouth on, that you looking down upon. You never know their potential. Back and look at them, girl, then they like, where you come from?
That's real. That's the
Where
truth.
you been?
That's right.
You was up there.
That's
you
right.
Looking like you
That's right.
dragging a little blanket or something like.
Now they jacked up.
Yeah.
They jacked up.
Yeah, man.
And so, but it's funny.
They looking at you like,
how you get there?
yeah.
How you get there?
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And, and even the whispers. Y'all, we got to stop the whispers. And we see our sisters, our brothers trying. It's in there, try. Let's encourage. Let's try a new thing instead of the crab in the barrel. Let's go higher.
Exactly.
And let's see what we can do. Because I think we can do some great things.
Right. and look inside of you. Who can you become?
Ooh, yeah.
Who can you become?
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
That's
you look
real.
inside yourself. Who you can become.
That's
you know what I'm
good.
saying?
Yeah.
Because even through all the chit chat and the little, words
noise,
or whatever,
all the noise,
you know, they said if you can still hear the dogs barking, you ain't focused enough.
Wow.
You can still hear all the negative comments and everything in your life.
Yeah.
You ain't focused enough.
Wow.
You need to get focused.
Go ahead.
And believe in what God put in you. Because
Yes.
I remember God was like, I ain't got nothing. He said, you got potential.
Yeah.
You got potential outside of a 9 to 5.
Amen.
You can create something for yourself.
Whoa, what you
so
say?
don't, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
I didn't have no a college degree. You know, I didn't have all that.
Yeah.
But I got, like I tell people, I got my PhD.
All right.
My personal high school diploma.
What
I took
you-
that little diploma.
Right.
Threw it to the side.
Okay.
And
Come
dug
on.
deep within.
There it is.
And grabbed out that potential and figured it out.
Yeah.
You know? So,
yeah. And that's all it takes, honey. Dig inside.
Yeah.
You know, learn about you. And so many people, I wonder, do they even know who they truly are? Because those that have to step on another person's neck to try to feel better,
Right.
oh, something's wrong with that.
And not only that, a lot of people out here, they feeling low. They feel like they don't have nothing to offer, but you got something to offer.
Everyone has something to
You
offer.
just got to get around the right person that'll help pull you up.
That's
you know what
real.
I'm saying?
That's
Encourage
real.
you. Who
Yes.
can see in you. And that's what
Yeah.
Cheryl did to me. She was like, girl, and my husband, they used to be like, girl,
Yeah.
you got something. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't really have too much to offer, you know?
She has quite a bit.
So-
and she's the one that ends up pulling me where we are now. And I'm like, now, girl, look, I'm trying to relax. She's like, come on now.
Yeah.
This is our second chapter.
I don't want your body locking up.
Ooh.
Girl, you don't want that
All
body
of the,
like laying
you don't
on the
want
couch
it.
eating them white powder
Because
donuts.
used to tear them up.
But honey,
So, yeah.
it's time to get up.
It
Your
is.
body will lock up. If
It
you
will
don't
lock
get
up. It will lock. I didn't know. It will lock.
So, with
All
that
right.
being said, we just want to encourage you guys to,
Yes.
find your purpose.
Be your best
You know,
self.
Be your best self.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a lot of you guys want to start YouTube channels and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
just do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
You know.
And until next time, y'all take care out there, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
And
Well,
let's win.
always, let's win.
Amen.
Okay, take care.